All right, so we're going to start a new program called AutoCAD. A lot of you guys have never seen this program before. Some of you guys have never even heard of it. It's a program that's used a lot in engineering and drafting and just AutoCAD drawings, blueprints, and things like that. It's pretty helpful if you are taking any of the engineering classes, even if you're taking any of the building program classes, because you can actually learn how to draw up your own blueprints and things like that. It can also be a great way to get a job being a CAD drafter. And so what that means is basically your job would be to use this program and make drawings and things of parts and stuff for engineers. You can actually get certified in AutoCAD, which would help you get a job doing that. If you plan on going into any form of engineering program or job, you will have to know how to use this program. So we're going to work with it a little bit this year. We're not going to learn the program in its entirety, but we are going to touch on it and learn how to do some basic drawings. We are actually going to learn how to draw this. This is going to be our first drawing. It's very basic, very simple shapes, not too difficult. So first thing we need to do is open up a new drawing document. So what we're going to do is when you open up AutoCAD, you're going to see here on the left-hand side, this Get Started, Start Drawing. This is what you want to click on, and it's going to open up a blank drawing board for you. There's three things you need to make sure that are on when you first open up your document. One, you want to make sure that your grid is on. If your grid is off, you just have this dark blue screen. You want to make sure your grid is on. If you're having trouble seeing the grid, you might need to raise the brightness on your computer screen. So actually turn up your brightness on your monitor so you can actually see this really clearly. The next thing you want on is you want to turn on snap mode. So both of these little blue boxes down here at the bottom of this toolbar, you want these both turned on, so they both need to be blue. What snap does is it allows you to snap to a point in a grid, and this is going to help us out tremendously when they're drawing. The other thing you want to have on is this little coordinate. It's right here. Now there's two ways to turn it on. You can do Control I, oops, I guess Control L, and that did not work either. Okay, the easiest way I found to turn it on is to come over here to the menu on the bottom right hand corner, go up here and make sure coordinates is selected. The shortcut should work. I'm not sure why it's not. So anyways, it keeps going with coordinates off and on, so but as long as it's there. What this does is it tells us where we're at in our drawing. So if you notice here, we have a green line and a red line. That's our Y and our X axis. This is going to always be 0, 0 if we're directly on it. You can click on this and actually move your axis around, but we don't really need to do any of that. We can leave it right here. This top area, top right hand corner, this actually changes the view that you're looking at. So you really don't want to mess with this too much because now I'm looking at the bottom of the drawing. But it's a great way to actually reposition any drawing you're doing and looking at it from a different angle. But it can get, there we go, back to normal. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to be drawing, like I said, this guy right here, and it's pretty simple. So how we're going to get to that Okay, so we'll notice that this is the bottom left-hand corner of our drawing, so we don't really want to do any drawing over here. We want to do it all inside of our area. So if any time your drawing kind of gets a little out of screen, how you move it back is you right-click and go down to Pan, and you'll notice this little hand pops back up. And then what you can do is move it however you want, and then push Enter. So we're going to start by drawing the outside of our shape, and I will have a picture of this post-it so you guys can have it up on the website as well as have it here for you guys. So essentially what we need to do is we need to draw a box that is 14 high of our grid, these little boxes, by 2, 3, 4, by 20. So we need to create 14 by 20. It's essentially what we're going to do. But we do have this little shape inside, so we have to make room for that. So what we need to do is we are going to go up 4 before we start to go in. And then we'll have 4 more. So I'm going to come up here to the line tool. And you can essentially start this anywhere. I'm going to start it right here on this point. Make sure your snap is on. Always want to have your snap on. So if you'll notice when I select the line tool, now it kind of jumps to the points, which is perfect. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Press the left key button, or left mouse button. Okay, then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and over 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's how we get that. So then we need to go up 1, 2, 3 again and back over that way. And then go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time I'm coming to a point, I am clicking with the mouse. Now we will simply go over 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you notice, each box is 5, so we can actually count this a little faster. We can go 5, 10, 15, 20, make a point, go down 1, 2, 3, 4, just like our last one, make a point. 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, 3. Same thing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 20. Now when you're done, you'll notice it'll keep drawing. You have to push enter to end the line. So now we have that first shape. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to draw 2 lines straight down. And where we're going to do this at is 4 boxes in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here. And we're going to just, make sure you click on the line tool. You do have to re-click on the line tool every time you want to draw a new line. It's kind of silly, but it makes it to where you can switch tools easily. So we're going to go here and all the way up to the top. Then click enter. So it'll be 4 over. So if you're working on the grid the same way I am, it'll be 1 right before the darker line. Click on the line tool again. Go go from the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Click and bring it straight down. Click on the space bar or the enter key to exit out again. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to draw our 4 boxes that go in the corner. We have 4 small boxes that need to go in the corner. So we're going to come up here, and in the top left-hand corner, you'll see this little tiny box. There is a rectangle and a polygon tool there. We want the rectangle tool. Now the box is supposed to be drawn. It's a 2 by 2 box, and it's going to fit evenly in here. So we're going to select 1 away from each edge. We're going to go over 1, 2, go down 1, 2, and it creates a box. Now, instead of drawing this box 4 times, to save time, what we can do is we come up here to the copy button, click on that, and it says select object. We're going to select this object, press enter, and now it says specify base point. Basically, this is just telling us where we want to move from. So you can just click there, and now here. So I like to click in the center of the shape so I know where I'm dragging the new shape. So then we put one there. We're going to put one here and put one here. Then when you're done, click enter, and there we go. We have our 4 boxes perfectly placed. So we have to draw 4 more boxes, but they're going to be larger. They're 4 by 4. So we're going to come back up here to the rectangle tool. They are 1 space away from each edge here. So we're going to select that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, 2, 3, 4. And click that. So now we have our rectangle. We have to have 4 of them evenly spaced. So we're going to come back up here to the copy, select it, press enter, select the center again, move it over, move it down, and move it down. So you'll notice that we have, select enter to get rid of it. You notice we have 1 space all the way around. The last thing we have to do is draw a rectangle. So we're going to come back up here to our rectangle tool, and it is 2 by 10, and it's 1, 2, down, so 1, 2, and then over, and then drawn. And we have completed our first drawing. I want you guys to take a screenshot of this using the snipping tool, and you will turn that into me on Google Classroom. But make sure you save your file just in case anything happens. You know, Google's not working, something crashes, whatever. So you'll go up to the little save icon. Looks like a little floppy disk right there. And you'll click save, and then save it into your folder on your desktop. I called this one Chapter 1, Drawing 1, so CH1, D1, so Chapter 1, Drawing 1. And then you're going to save that. I'm going to override. So you're going to just save that into your folder. Make sure it actually saves, and then you will be able to turn it in. And then that's completed with Drawing 1.